Alright, welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay. What do? We have... we have many reviews pending, and we don't have reviewers reviewing the stuff. Yeah. No one wants to review. Well, not sure. We have two approvals here. I deleted my build folder. I was able to recreate all configurations through CMake and Visual Studio. I've also created a PR to update the wiki, matching these changes and explain how to configure. Looks good. Can create both variants of build with or without VC package, then compile. Okay, then okay, this is commits to Let me check if the artifacts look good here. So we're looking at this one and this one and this one and maybe this one. This one. Okay, it's here, yeah. Yeah. Oof. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay, then we can squash and merge this guy. Remove VC package toolchain from default Windows CMake presets and add new CMake presets with toolchain. Okay, delete branch. Next. Okay, so this one here would also be ready. This one has been here for a week already. There. Move W3D view files to core. Let me look at the individual commits once more. So this, yeah. Let's see, mix it up for WW Audio, make it a pile. Yeah, this looks correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Looks good. And this one moves the files to core. GW3D view, yeah. Does it also rename the tool in any way? Hold on. Yeah, W3D view V. And here it names it ZH, yeah. Um, I think there were a bunch of work in progress things somewhere in a CMake file. Here. Aha. Here we have a bunch of commented stuff. Maybe we should remove the commented stuff here. Yeah. Let me get this branch, this guy. Let me merge it here, rebase. By the way, I need to ask Omniblade to review these CMake things here. These guys. Copy link address. Need reviews for this and this. Okay. Then I think we can remove the minor label here. Minor. Let me get back to main branch. Let me pull the latest here. Okay, so what we need is we go to Visual Studio Code. And we do file, open folder, and we go to here. Okay, so core tools, W3D view, CMake a list. There we go. And then well, I would say for now we remove these comments here. It's not necessary. I think in the other cases where we use the interface, we also don't have this. So for example, in what other sample is there? There should be some other example. I think this guy. Yeah, this one is also interface and we don't have any comments here. And I think that's fine, yeah. CMake list, where is it? CMake. Huh? There. Yeah. Save it. Okay, cool. Then we should be able to move the W3D file with the CMake interface to core and set up independent executables. Let me shorten the title a bit. Move W3D view files to core and set up independent executables for generals in 0 hour. Yeah. Then we merge this one down, yeah. Okay, and then we push this guy. Removed the obsolete comments from W3D view CMake lists.txt. The unnecessary Okay, then we wait for this to build. And in the meantime, let's go back to Mauler. Mauler, there. So he has 7 things open. Okay, so let's go. Memory access. Initialize temporary as copied contents can vary in length. Initialize temporary. Initialize temporary as copied contents can vary in length. I'm confused by this language. Initialize temporary as copied contents can vary in length. This is proper English. I'm not sure. I would have written initialize buffer to avoid uninitialized memory reads. That's how I would describe it. Yeah. To prevent uninitialized memory reads. Yeah. How about we fix that for him? What is it? Doc update bound positions. Doc update bound positions. Okay. And then we do this here. We search for this guy. Yeah. Initializes zero initializes array. Zero initialize array to avoid uninitialized memory reads. Uninitialized memory reads. Zero initialize array to prevent uninitialized memory reads. Yeah, I think that's a bit better description. Yeah. Then let me amend that commit. And here we can add the pull number, which is this here. Yeah. Fix uninitialized temporary array. I don't think it has to say that it's a temporary array. Just say it's an array, right? Let me revert that commit. Like it doesn't matter if it's temporary or not. Just fix, or how about we say fix uninitialized memory reads. Fix uninitialized memory reads in this function. I think that's a much better description. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we also say here fix uninitialized memory reads in here. Fix uninitialized memory reads in here. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Oops. Mm-hmm. I optimized the description for this change. Okay, then we wait for this to be done. Let's look at the next guy. Mm-hmm. By the way, I think we need to hit the approve button. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The point of my comment, hold on. The point of my comment was to indicate that there are two variables involved, m number bound positions and this, and that they are not used as originally intended. It's easy to confuse this when reading this code, as you two did yourselves at first. You can rephrase that if you want, but don't just delete it. The code is not necessarily wrong. I disagree with this statement. The code is not necessarily wrong. Like you could write here, you could put this here, right? And just copy the stuff. Just copy the stuff that is read from this function or filled in this array here. But then you don't get the zeroed out elements after that cutoff, right? So this, the way this is fixed is only, the way this is fixed is okay because it allows a person to look at the debugger and see the zeroed out elements at the end of this array here, right? But otherwise it would be totally fine to just copy the amount of elements that are required by this number for this variable, right? So I don't think it's necessary to be too concerned with describing it in all details and what this does. Like, I mean, there are different ways to fix this. There's not one single way to fix this, and the whole code here is kind of bonkers. The way this is designed is bonkers because by making specific data changes, you totally screw this code and it crashes and burns. So the way the code is written is garbage to begin with. The only goal here is to prevent the uninitialized memory reads, and that's it. Right? There's no need to like explain, like have like a 10 line long segment which explains what is supposed to happen or what is not supposed to happen, because this can also lead to confusion, because then you take this comment literal as like the law, right, and say, oh, it has to adhere to this prior comment that was put here, but maybe the comment wasn't all that well either, right? So I can't remember what the comment was before there, but yeah. Let me see. Also note that in the original PR of the second fix, you can check that it reads that uninitialized memory by setting all bits to 1. Memset. It will then mismatch on the golden replay 1. It seems we are lucky that that memory is all 0 on retail version. It seems we are lucky that that memory is all 0. Uninitialized memory. Okay, so Helmut is advocating for adding more information to this change. Okay, let's look at this original comment once more. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's study this. Yeah. Approach bounds was originally not initialized. It needs to be initialized because get pristine bounds only sets a certain amount of elements. Yes, this one, yeah. But the following code copies a different amount, this one, into this, yeah, which CSC indirectly depends on. Well, where is that happening? Which it would be nice to know where this exactly is. Which CSC indirectly depends on. Okay. Okay, let me see approach positions. So there's xfer. Well, xfer, it will store the entire thing, right? The entire array. Yeah. And This one will take some index, compute approach position. Number approach position data. Yeah, okay, this one is just initializing it. I can only assume that it would CSC the XFIR stuff. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, maybe the CSC is calculated on these serialized things. Yeah, I'm not sure. It probably is. It probably is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I assume that this refers to the checksummed data, and it takes a whole container. Yeah, and the container is basically this here. The size that it iterates on here. This is the size, and this is the size. Yeah, okay. It needs to be initialized because only sets a certain amount of element, but the following code copies a different amount into that, which CSC indirectly depends on. Okay. Okay, maybe Helmut is right, and it's better we put a bit more information there. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of agree with him on second thought. Okay. Okay, so zero initialize array to prevent uninitialized memory reads. Additionally, the entire array, the entire vector, the entire M approach positions vector is used for serialization. Is used for serialization. Additionally, the entire vector is used for serialization. Let me verify that the XFIR stuff. Let me see. Let's search for CSC. Compute CSC. Well, it's probably not that. XFIR here. Get CSC. Okay, how is this CSC being calculated? What is this? Add CSC. What does this do? XFIR implementation. perform a single CSC operation on the data passed in. Okay. Okay, and where is this called? Aha. There we go. X for implementation. I see. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, so the Xfer does multiple things. It does the CSC, it does the loading, it does the saving, and I suspect it's also responsible for transferring the data from client to client in network matches. I do wonder where this happens though. Deep CSC. Xfer CSC. Xfer. Yeah. Okay. Then. Okay, so zero initializes array to prevent uninitialized memory reads. Additionally, the entire it's how to say the entire target vector. Say the target member vector is used for a serialization and CFC and for serialization and CSC. It must not contain random data. Let's say important. The entire target member vector is used for serialization and CSC. It must not contain random data. Yeah. The entire target member vector. Let's just say a target vector. The entire target vector is used for serialization and CSC and must not contain random data. The entire target vector is used for serialization and CSC and must not contain random data. Okay. I think this is good enough for an explanation. Yeah. Good, then copy this to the other game go. Oh, I didn't mean to press compile. Commit. Okay. Then I would say revisited comments once more after reviewing Helmut's last comment. Helmut's last review comments. Let's clarify code comment. Okay. Okay, then let me maybe add when he participated. See. Okay, then let me set this to dismiss review addressed. Review was addressed. Okay, and then I would set it to approve. Looks good to me. Okay. Okay, what's the next review? This one here. Yeah. Okay, draw was not being assigned, potentially leaking memory and causing invalid behavior. Well, there's no evidence that this caused an actual runtime issue in the game. Right, so it says bug, but it's not really a bug because in VS6 there's no known issue from using the disguise ability. So it is a code bug. So I would set this to fix instead. Fix. And for this reason, it's also minor. If it was an actual runtime crash in the retail builds, then this certainly would be a bug. I removed the bug label because there is no evidence. There's no evidence that this was a runtime problem in the retail game, and in a debug session we have observed I removed the bug label because there's no evidence that this was a runtime problem in the retail game. Yeah. Additionally, in a debug session with VS 2022, we observed that calling this and then this CPP, this amazingly, the calling this amazingly did not pose an issue because the new drawable is simply simply assumed the exact same memory location as the prior draw variable did. Prior draw pointer did not pose an issue because the new drawable, the new pointer returned by new drawable simply took the exact same memory location as a prior draw pointer did point to. Yeah. This likely is the explanation why this would have never crashed on VS6 builds. Other than that, we also did not manage to enter the did not manage to enter the not mdisguise as template code path. Clicking disguising as regular world objects will have a valid template. Disguising as regular world objects, disguising to regular world objects will give a valid template. Yeah. I removed the bug label because there's no evidence that this was a runtime problem in the retail game. Additionally, in a debug session with VS 2022, we observed that calling this and this amazingly did not pose an issue because the new pointer returned by a new drawable simply took the exact same memory location as a prior draw pointer did point to. simply took the exact same relocation as the prior draw pointer. This likely is the explanation why this would have never crashed with VS6 builds. Other than that, we also did not manage to enter this code path disguising to regular, which will give a valid template. Comment. Okay, so, and for this reason, I'm inclined to demote this from bug fix to just fix. If it never incurred a user-facing bug, then I'm inclined to say that we don't label it as a bug fix. We only label it as bug fix if the user was clearly able to experience a bug or a crash or some form of something that is not acting right. So in this case, if this was crashing, but I've never heard of, I can't remember that disguising would cause crashing. So it seems that this is no actual runtime issue. Maybe I'm wrong, but then I would like to see the evidence. I would like to see a repro that that crashes this in the retail game. Like using the bomb truck, disguising as something and causing a crash. If someone can do this, then it's certainly a bug. Otherwise, it's just like a big stinky smell and very dangerous, but not an actual user-facing bug, right? Yeah. So draw was not being assigned, potentially leaking memory. Yeah, let me rephrase this thing here. Fix stealth update drawable. Fix stealth update drawable. Where's it? Here. Okay, so I would say we label it as fix, and then we say fixes fixes missing draw. Fixes missing missing pointer assignment. Fixes missing draw assignment. It caused no crash, caused no runtime runtime crash, but was undefined behavior. Fixes missing assignment of draw pointer. Fixes missing assignment of draw pointer. It caused no runtime crash, but was undefined behavior. On that note, destroy drawbar, new drawbar. On that note, what actually happens with this drawbar? Bind object and drawbar. Fix this missing assignment. I don't like this description. Fixes missing draw pointer assignments. Caused no runtime crash, but was undefined behavior. I'll say it caused no runtime crash because the new drawbar assumes gets the same address. The new drawbar is allocated at the same address as the previous drawbar, as the previous previously deleted drawable. It caused no runtime crash because the new drawable is allocated at the same address as the previously deleted drawable, but it certainly was undefined behavior. It certainly was dangerous. Dangerous behavior. Can we reason why this would take the same address? Does this maybe have a list? Remove from list, drawable list. New drawable. New drawable, create drawable. No, it just creates a new instance here. Ah, it creates it in a pool. Right? Memory pool. I think it's not a problem because of the memory pool. Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably the pool gives room, and then it has a free list, right? Yeah. I think if we look into memory pool here, memory pool. If we look for free block. Yeah. Free single block. First free block. Set next free block. So basically, when we free, if we free the memory allocation, if we free the memory blob, the memory, how do I call it? The memory location, the memory, we freed whatever we allocated, the drawable. And then it's given here to this free list, and it takes the first spot in this free list. And then I guess in the next time we call this allocate, it will then check. It will take the first free thingy, the first free block, because that's the one now. Here, see, first free block is block on free single block, and then next time it picks it up, and that's why it would not crash. Yeah. Let me write this down. This guy. allocate. Where are we? Here. There we go. Okay, and then we say fix fixes missing draw pointer assignment. This caused no runtime crash because the new drawable is allocated at the exact same address as the previously deleted drawable. Basically draw via the memory pool blob. Fixes missing fixes pointer assignment for the drawable. Fixes pointer assignment for the new drawable. Pointer assignment for the new drawable. Fixes missing pointer assignment for the new drawable. This caused no runtime crash. This originally caused no runtime crash because the new drawable is allocated at the same address as the previously deleted drawable via the memory pool blob. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a better representation of this problem. So it is a fix, but it's no bug fix because the memory pool blob would ensure that this is not actually a runtime issue. Yeah. Okay, then let me add this number here, change visual disguise, revert. There we go. Okay. I notice here on this change, I did remove maybe re-add. I did remove this here. Maybe re-add that. Fix the missing pointer assignment for the new drawable. This originally caused no runtime crash because the new drawable is allocated the exact same address as the previously deleted drawable via the memory pool blob. just got this to trigger, and it throws a memory exception. Its cursor in the bomb truck is returning to its original visual either by being discovered or exploding. Exception occurs when it's trying to access the module data from the drawbell. I just got this to trigger, and it throws a memory exception. Bind object and drawbell. Okay. Let me see that. Change visual disguise. Line 1062. Okay. This guy. Okay. Did you test that with the? Did you test that with the null memory or with regular game memory? From what I have seen, the game, with the null memory or the regular game memory? The regular game memory implementation. Your drawbell uses the memory pool, and by the look at memory pool blob, memory pool block, it will reassign the last freed drawbell to the new allocated drawbell via the following. CPP allocating, freeing, allocating, let's say deallocating. Deallocating is pushing that memory location, that memory blob to the free list as its first element. Allocating is using that memory blob from the free list, from the first element in the free list. Did you test that with the null memory or with the regular game memory? Drawable uses memory pool. By the look at this, it will reassign the last free drawable to the new allocated drawable via the following. Deallocating is pushing that memory blob to the free list as its first element. Allocating is using that memory blob from the first element in the free list. Okay, I would like to test this. Let me go to main branch. Main branch. I will put a breakpoint here. I will configure. Generates. Then we will compile. Then we install. Okay, let's go. Okay, so he claims there is a crash when the bomb truck undisguises. Okay, that's a good point. That explains the alternative code path. Let's see. But I can't recall that this would ever crash in retail game. So my suspicion is that he is using the null memory implementation, and then it certainly could crash there. Because in retail game, it doesn't crash. The bomb truck can attack, and it doesn't just crash. Let's see. So it's disguised as a Crusader. Now we attack, and then it should undisguise as soon as we come close. Like now. There we go. Okay. Oops. I hit the microphone. And now we delete this guy. We can also step into this. Here, delete instance. There we go. Delete. We step in here. There we go. Free block. Here, free single block down here. There we go. Block. There we go. Oh, we didn't really step in there. Probably is inlined. Yeah, okay. Oof. Okay, let me repeat that. There it goes. Let me speed up. There we go. Okay, so draw. And so this is a pointer, copy value, notepad. There we go. And now new drawable. Here, there's a pointer, and that pointer is expected to take this shape. It hasn't really changed, probably because it's optimized code. How can we see this value? Probably in the registers. Hold on. Register. The return register is which one? Return register x86 EAX. Okay, so it should be this guy here. Let me see. Well, it's not that. I see this value here in easy. The value is certainly here, the pointer, but let me see. Let's go to assembler, debug disassembly. Let me change this to a hexadecimal. Okay, so debug ptr move edx. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. New drawable, pop, jump. Create drawable. Oh, it's not yet done. It's still doing something. Okay. Okay. Allocate block implementation. Okay. Let's step in there. There we go. There's the address. And this is the same, right? 11 BD C4. Yeah. Yeah. It's reusing the same address. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I tested, and it certainly does not crash with game memory because of that behavior, because of that memory pool blob behavior. So no retail bug, but certainly a problem that is good to fix. Yeah. So it is a fix. It is for stability, but it is not a retail bug fix, right? Yeah. Okay, so this one has probably finished building by now. Yeah. Then let me rebase and merge this guy. Remove the unnecessary comments, blah, blah, okay. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Delete branch. Okay, that is done. Next. Okay, so this one is ready to merge. This one is also ready to merge. Okay, what's next? This guy. This fix was originally discovered, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Invalidate the relevant drawable ID. Did you find out if this changes any retail behavior? Yeah, this information is missing here, I think. So this change, we should probably remove the game mismatch with 104 maybe tag. It doesn't. And this one is also no game mismatch. Fix projectile handle collision iterator usage. Okay. Then I think we can dismiss review comments were addressed. Okay, fixed drawable assignment in Steph updates. Good, then we can merge with rebase this one. Let me see the commit once more. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay. Then let's do this one here. Fix uninitialized memory reads. Yeah. Was there any new comment here? No. Rebase and merge. There we go. Can resolve this one. Commit description to be more specific and to include the co-author. Confirm rebase and merge. There we go. Okay. What's the time? 1 hour 35. Okay. Good. Let's see the other guys here. So this one here. Debug general's major stability. Debug general's major stability. Fix the uninitialized variable supply truck. Maybe fix the uninitialized Americanize variable supply truck in on unit produced. Fix uninitialized variable. Uninitialize supply track variable. Fix uninitialize supply track variable in this function. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Oops. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here to maintain retail compatibility, this needs to be uninitialized. Let me refine this thing here a little bit. Mm. Mm. Uninit variable, this one. Yeah. By the way, let me fetch and prune the remote so you can already clean up a little bit here. Mm-hmm. 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 So we can delete this guy. And we can delete this guy. And we can delete this guy. And we can delete this. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so main branch has a bunch of new commits here. Mm-hmm. Okay, then let me get here. Mm-hmm. Let me revert this. Fix uninitialized supply track variable in that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we search for this guy. Okay, so fixes uninitialized variable. To maintain to keep compatibility, this needs to remain uninitialized in VS6 builds. Mm-hmm. To keep retail compatibility, this needs to remain uninitialized in VS6 builds. Mm-hmm. Let's say here add fix. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. push. Fix. Is it major? Probably. Optimized comments a bit more. I already approved. Stealth fix. The bomb truck fully loses its stealth. It looks like that stealth fix has a slight visual difference compared to retail. The bomb truck fully loses its stealth just before it explodes. The truck still looked like the stealth weaker before exploding. Huh? Okay, let's look at this. Ah, shit. Ignore. Okay, now we didn't see it because of the debugger. Let's try again. We have enough bomb trucks, right? There we go. No. Well, it changes to bomb truck. The bomb truck fully loses its stealth just before it explodes, returning to looking like a bomb truck. In retail, the truck still looked like the stealth weaker. Fully loses its stealth. I cannot confirm that observation. The bomb truck looks like a bomb truck when it comes into attack range, into close range for undisguised. And there shouldn't be a behavior change because the pointer is the same. The pointer is exactly the same. So the behavior with the game memory manager is exactly the same. So my expectation is that he's seeing things that are not there. Yeah, that's the most likely. This was with a bomb truck directly next to the building. Perhaps create videos. Um, to be exact, you can save load states. For exact repro. Not just yet, was checking the stuff one. Okay. Good. And so we have this. Okay, let's look at this one here. Here we have 2 commits. Fix uninitialized cell bounds. Fix uninitialized cell bounds. Only in 0 hour? Oh. Commits 2. Let me see. So this changes to 0. Present can drop. Oh, oops. Oh, it's only in 0 hour. Huh. So if we look for this in generals, we don't find it. Here, generals, cell bounds. Let's look for it. I don't know if it's this one. Maybe it's not. Okay. Fix uninitialized variables. Fix uninitialized cell bounds. Uninitialized variables. Mm, variable exception. Variable exception. Variable, this one. I would like to rename revert fix uninitialized, what is it called? Cell bounds. Fix, how about we say fix partly uninitialized cell bounds variable in this function. And in this one we say fix uninitialized cost so far variable. Let me say slightly reverted, the commit titles to match the other similar commit titles from today. Okay, cool. Then I don't know why we have so many instances of this one open. Good. Okay, so here I would like some testing if this changed any behavior, if it changes the visuals. We talked about this in a previous session. Like there's a chance, although not very likely, there's a chance that this fix changes the visuals in some way, either in a good way, or hopefully in a good way, or maybe in a bad way, right? It would be good to know if the behavior is the same. Maybe what we can do is we can fix particle cannon ID. We can take this change and we can just eyeball it. I mean, all of us have seen the particle cannon shoot a million times. So if something looks awfully wrong, we probably will see it, no? Particle cannon ID. Let's see. So we compile F7. Yep. Okay. So what do we merge next? This knot. We want to merge these two, right? Yeah. So this one we can approve. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully all good. Let's say looks good to the eye. Hopefully the CSC, the network CSC, will be happy with this. Okay, cool. Then we will merge these two here. And let me check the particle cannon beam now, if we can spot any visual discrepancy. Yeah. Hold on. Solo. There we go. Okay, we set it to no frame limit. Yeah, then we need to wait until the particle is ready. Okay, some particles are ready. This one here. Let's shoot this, see how it looks. Put it on 30 frames. It looks as usual, right? Where's the other one? Oh, this one. The nuke missile. Oh wow, it's so slow. Okay, let's check the other particle cannons. This one. I actually wonder, why does this particle beam not destroy planes, right? If it shoots upwards into the sky, then it should also damage everything, right? Also, how does this work? It shoots into the sky and then it comes back on Earth? Like, how does this work? Is it like hitting a giant mirror in space and then reflecting down to Earth, or how is this working? I never thought about it. But it looks cool. Yeah, it looks bright. Very shiny. To me, it looks as usual. Yeah. Oops, killed the airfield. Yeah. Looks normal to me. Let me put a comment here. I eyeballed. Did we use the correct branch though? Particle Canon ID, yeah. I eyeballed the particle effects and could not observe an issue, and did not observe an issue. Okay, so what does this issue fix then? This is correct. So did not observe a visual difference. Do we does this change fix any memory leaks? Okay, so this one is ready to merge. Let's merge the other two first, though. Actually, no. Let's merge this one. Commit. Okay. To squash and merge. Fix uninitialized supply truck variable in this function. There we go. And then we got this guy. Still building. Oh, we forgot the pull request number here. Oops. Oops. Fail. Okay, let's fix this. Let's merge this guy here and then we take a break here. Okay. Okay. Okay, actually this building still takes a while. I will merge it later. Yeah, I will take a break here. It has been 2 hours. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.